Alright guys, I'm back. So basically what happened, oh yeah, I'm wearing the shirt because I thought it just fit me more. But basically what happened is me and a random kid joined the code because he was like, I was running over to Forest and this kid comes up the stairs and it was like, can you teach me how to play? So I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go into the code. I'll put in WASDQ. And for some reason, it put me in a random lobby because I had friendship bracelets on with him, and I lost him. So what happens is, from that code, a random kid comes up, which is Jasper, and asks me, hey bro, do you want to join the code? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we put in the code. So we put in the same code. And a couple minutes later, we were talking about how his little brother actually watches my videos. By the way, if Jasper's brother is watching his videos, then hi. Yeah, bro, I'm in city. Let's go see Jasper. Yo. Alright.
Your PC.
Dang, you're glitching out, bro. But yeah, I was explaining to the camera on what happened. So basically, me and him joined a code, and then we started talking about how his brother keeps on getting accused of impersonating Elliot, and he watches my videos. And so we get to talking, and a couple minutes later, this guy named Twig joins. Now, we don't think anything of him, and then he goes, "I'm the imposter because I'm the one that made up the code." But I'm like, why are you guys pointing at me for? And so after that, Jasper points out that, hey, what kind of mods do you have? Because we know you have mods. And he goes, the ones that kill people. He had a candy bar on his right arm, took it off, whacked Jasper with.
He pulled. Okay, hold on. Can I talk for a second?
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there.
Move. Okay, so after that, he had like a gun mod, pulled it out, and did this. I was like, there's a gun mod here, and said, because I don't have that type of mod, he looked at me, looked back at him, and said, we're gonna have to eliminate. I thought he was talking about him, but no, it was me, because then, when me and him went out there, he kicked me with this like type of katana thing, and then every time I joined back, and I ran, kicked me, I joined back. This dude levitated me, right?
Yeah.
Like with the sword, and then levitated himself. I was stuck, and then like went up, grabbed it like that, and just struck me with it like on the head, and I got kicked. I joined back as soon as I walked out. Here, put the camera over here. Alright, so you're gonna act like you're walking out, like you're scared. And this dude just stabbed me with the sword. I joined back, and this dude's like, yo, he left because I reported him. And I restarted recording. And that's where the first recording started. So yeah.
Because whenever Jasper was levitating from that mod, I was thankful enough to record just in time because I recorded about like 2 to 3 minutes before he actually got kicked. And he put it on this intense music, and then I'm like, "Oh crap, we have to run because I don't want to get kicked from the game." And so I start climbing onto the stump to get to the wall so I can wall run to the top of the stump. And he starts walking all weird, and I get really scared. So I'm like, "Actually, stop! Like you're scaring me." And then he turns off the music and goes, "I'm really scaring you." I'm like, "Yeah, you are." And then He goes, I was on top of double walls, and then he exactly says right to me, report me. If you report me, I will kick your friend. And then I'm like, well, I already did. And so a couple minutes later, I go back to Stump, and
like I see him running after that.
Yeah.
And that's where I
like first like
kicked after.
For some reason, he was targeting Jasper and not me. I think because like I was the recorder, but I was recording, and before I started recording, I reported him for cheating since he was using mods, and that's against Gorilla Tag rules. And I told him that like hey, I'm recording. You need to leave. I'm like, I already reported you, and I'm recording. As soon as I said recording,
he left, and then
he
that's when I joined
vanished.
back.
Like, we had like no sign of him whatsoever. So I'm pretty sure he got banned. It's either he got really scared because I was recording him, and I was gonna post it. And number two, it's either he got banned just because he was using mods. But yeah, that was a really scary experience because I've actually never had that happen before. I mean, I've had fake ghosts come into my lobbies every now and then. I've had random people join my code. They just typed in a random number, but I never even actually seen a modder, someone with mods.
Bro pulled out a gun and said we need to, and bro was saying death threats.
Like, he was like pointing to me. He was like standing. He was standing like this, like right by canyons, and Jasper was standing right here.
Okay. So here, put the camera like right on the stool so we can see the full action.
So
Pretend
like,
I'm him. He was standing here, and he was like, "Who are you? And who are you?" And I was in my menu, like my Steam menu, like this, trying to add him on Discord, cause we had a chance to add each other on Discord, which we did.
Okay.
We are friends though.
Yeah.
Just so you know, because you're probably like, who am I? Like, who am I? So yeah.
If Jasper's available, he's gonna be in my videos.
Here. His name was Twig. He was like a brownish, and then after I said, hey, he let me join the code. We're friends. Blah blah. And he says, yeah, okay. So he's the imposter. Pulled out. Oh, I have platforms. I don't know how I have platforms, but he pulled out a gun. Here, let me turn that off. Pulled out a gun, put it like this, looked at me and said, we're gonna have to eliminate him. And I looked at him and I was like, what? I basically gave him a cue to like run out there.
Here, okay, so I'll be the guy. And so like I don't have long arms, but he goes like standing up, and then he points, like pretend this was like the sword or anything. He pulls it out of his hand and he goes, I have to eliminate him. And he's pointing directly at me. And then Jasper's like, what in the world is going on? Because I have no idea what's going on.
And when I hear that, hold up, can they see me? Can they see me?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Alright, so when I hear that, I immediately get out my menu and I look at him like, are you fucking serious? I look at him. He knows what's going on, so we go out there and let's just say chaos burst out. Yeah,
I sprint, like I get on the tree. So let me turn to first person. So I go on this tree.
If you want to know what the code was, we literally go into different codes. Look, the code that we're in is QW QWERTYs, something like that. But the code we were in was WSDQ. That was the code we were in.
So
happened.
Like this is where I went. So I was like this. I went here. I jumped up here, and then I went over there, and then to double walls.
Yeah, when you go farther, I can't hear you, and your sound is only pulling from your PC. From my PC.
I have to get rid of that.
Let me switch my volume setting. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me switch that.
And so I'm like, he says I have to. What, bro? I took this off. And then like, so he's fixing something, but he points directly at me and goes, we have to eliminate you. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then he calls me an imposter. I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? Because I got really, really scared. He put on the intense music. I branch straight to walls. I try to get there as fast as I can. Jasper goes from stump, bro, we need to run. And then he just starts pulling out his mods and uses them over Jasper. And then I start recording just in time before he got kicked, because if I didn't record that, I wouldn't have no evidence to put on YouTube. Even if he was an actual moderator, that girl tag did not approve. And literally, like it says, no cheats or mods on the code of conduct, and he was using basically the same thing. Here, let's go down to Jasper. Here, let's stand like right here. Let's put the camera. I'm gonna put the camera like right here, and we can just sit on this little thing. Here, I gotta situate it. I gotta fix it. There we go. So like he just like says that, and then I'm like I'm over here like freaking out because I've actually never had a moderator join one of my codes, and I literally just met him a couple minutes, like Well, like 5-10 minutes ago. Oh, you can't talk? Okay. So something happened with Jasper's mic, but yeah, that was a pretty scary experience for the both of us because we had no idea what was happening, and I've actually never had a moderator join one of my codes, and it wasn't even for a video. It was just, and the only thing I was trying to do is teach a kid how to play. It wasn't even for a video. Someone just asked me, and I joined a random code, and then Jasper comes in stuff and goes, "Hey, bro, don't leave. Do you want to join code?" So I'm like, "Yeah," and then all that happens. But yeah, guys, I will post the 3-minute video. The 3-minute video is whenever Jasper gets thrown in the air, but I really have to go to the bathroom. So I left. I stopped recording. Left. We had a technical issue because my mic wasn't working because I had to rejoin. But now something happened with my mic, and now something's happening with his mic. But that was a pretty scary experience for the both of us, like I said. Hopefully that never happens again, or I don't run into anything like that ever again. Because again, that was a really scary experience for me. Because what if I'm getting player tracked? I mean, I'm not a big YouTuber, but YouTubers do get player tracked. That it doesn't mean if you're popular or not. My friend BVR, well, he didn't get player tracked, but someone that had like 500 to 1K subscribers got player tracked. So what do you know? That might have happened to me. Discord. Alright. I will. Do you want me to call you? Okay, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna wrap up the video, and then I'm gonna call you. Okay. Oh. Do you want me to end the video and then call you? Okay, so you want me to call you while recording? Okay, I'll do that. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call Jasper real quick. Yeah. So let me just call Jasper. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can hear Jasper or not when I call him, but call. All right, I'm calling Jasper. Hello.